you said another thing that you said. No, because I know I interrupted you. Was and I don't feel like I'm where I need to be. Was the words you used. Yeah. Where do you feel you need to be? Is it what you just described?
What now?
Yeah.
Where do I need to be now?
Musically, where do you see yourself as needing to be, and then where do you see yourself as where you are?
Where I need to be now is just like where I need to be now is obviously closer to my vision of success, which is doing more of what I do now, which is more shows, earning more money from music, just living completely off my music, innit? Like I don't want to be thinking about I got to do this to, you know what I mean? Like just life needs to just be music. Like all I'm doing today is going to the studio and flying out the country to go pick up my bag and you know what I mean?
You sound like you really want, and I understand it. I appreciate it. Like the lifestyle that comes with it. Would you say that you feel like you're?
I don't think it's more of a lifestyle. It's the freedom. That lifestyle, it provides freedom, though. You know, like see when you say lifestyle, it's like you might as soon as you say lifestyle, because of what.
I think people have changed that definition.
Right.
For me, lifestyle is the freedom.
It's just the freedom, right? It's cool.
It's but
when we understand that though, because you just it's what it is. But you know that lifestyle, it's like it's glamorized. You know what I mean? The lifestyle, it's like, bro, like that's cool. That's sick. Don't tell me why I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, that's not
you
cool.
Say that because I think a lot of people have got it twisted. People see lifestyle as the things. That's not the lifestyle. The lifestyle is the terms. Is it on my terms?
In my terms,
the quality.
I wake and I wake up when I wanna do right. Like I can choose to go and do this today. I can choose to make this money with you today. I don't have to do this. I don't. You know what I mean? It's like someone's not over you telling you, yo, I got to do this. I got to do that. It's just I just need to be doing more of what I'm doing. My life don't need to be dedicated to anything else but just my craft and obviously. You know what I mean? Expressing myself how I know how to express myself, bro. I think down to music is that who the people who care about it being authentic and real are the people that are authentic and real themselves. You know, like these are the people. So if you're a man that's in a room with real people, bro, like a lot of people, like you might be in a room with your pals and they know, like, bro, you're just lying. It's like, how do you feel as a man? I think it's more of you and do you know what I mean? It's more inside you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like these regular fans that are just streaming it and just hearing it and don't know you and only see pictures with you with money and cars and a watch and thing and you've built the picture of the life. They don't know you. There's no stories. You know what? A certain man, you hear stories. It's like, raw. You was out here doing your thing, man. You like, yo, now when you hear the bar, it's like, like my G. You know what I mean? It's like 2 Chainz, fam. Best example, you like, I was chapping out the hill. It's like, oh shit. Like, man had his back in the hill and you was really up in the hills, man.
I believe you. He means it.
Like, he means it. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? Trust me, bro. I'm telling you. So it's like, when there's a story to it and like you go in search of that story.
Can you listen to music if you know that it's not necessary?
Yeah, I can listen to it.
Would you?
But
what's
different? But this is the difference. It's like when I listen to music I connect with, right?
Yeah.
I might connect to a beat, I might connect to something. If I connect with an artist, I do my research.
Yeah.
I'm
exactly the same.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Right. So the tune might be sick. I can spin it on I might drive but if it's like raw, my man saying some shit, it's like he might say some shit. It's like raw. Yeah, no, wait. You say some shit. Like let me do some research. And it's like, and then you just realize, raw, like you just built this. This is all there is Instagram pictures. Like there's no. I mean, there's no interviews of you talking and relating to nothing. There's nothing. There's no authenticity, anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you just kind of fall off on them. Like you don't want to know more. There's nothing else. Do you know what I mean? But when you relate to an artist, you do your research, you build that portfolio, that story, and it's like, rah, like I rock with you now. I see it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what it is, fam. It's like I don't take to things that ain't. I don't really take to artists that don't feel authentic. But not to say it because people might be sitting here thinking, rah, you F with my man and he's fake. You never know. See, this is the maddest thing. It's like,
but it's perception. It's
exactly, it's perception. It's how you feel. Do you know what I mean? Because people might be like, rah, but exactly just that. Do you know what I mean? So it's just how it's how you take people's energies, man, and how you you know what I mean, you do your research. It's what you care about, really. Like if these are the things you care about, right, I can't listen to my man because he didn't really do that, and there's no proof. Like, then it's really about how you feel and how you perceive things. It's not even how they make you, it's how you actually take it. Do you know what I mean?
Very good head start to the year. I think your work rate from there to here has just been sickening. That's something that you definitely are unquestionably owning at the moment. With Trap Nominated, firstly, what was the idea behind that name? Because I think you actually come up with like very out of the box names, which we're going to get to shortly. But what was the idea behind that name?
I think it was around the time of the mobiles. I did it. It was a freestyle. Do you know how mad it is? We were here. I'm sure I was here. Was I here? I was either here or at home. Anyway, it was the day after the mobiles. It was just a whole nominated award, and obviously just drawing the first reference to my life, the trap.
Yeah.
I just threw that in there. So that was it. It was just based around that, and then I did that song. I did the song before the tape, so I didn't name the tape before I did the song. So I did the song Trap Nominated, and then it just fit the theme for everything. It just kind of made everything. So that's why I named the tape Trap Nominated.
So that was obviously how I see it from a fan's point of view. The first time you kind of owned that term. Yeah. I mean, you've always spoke about reference to it, but never necessarily owned that term. How much of an effect? Like, how do you find balancing that life with the music life? Because that must be one of the main. You just said it's one of the main things in your life, so that must be one of the main challenges, if anything.
Yeah, like, bro. Everyone has things that they had to do, and things that I had to do were just for that point in time, innit? Like with me, it was never an end goal in the things that I'm involved in. Or was involved in, do you know what I mean? So that was never the end goal. I was always gonna end up here. You know what I mean? Like where music is obviously the front runner with everything, bro.
So with that album, one of your main hits that come off the album was a song called Saucy.
Yeah.
Which obviously you shot the video for.
Rolly, she might just go walkies. Ooh, saucy. I'm a saucy nigga. Saucy. I'm a saucy nigga. Send her to my crib, but I can't trust her with my dorkies, no. Cause if she see the rollie, she might just go walkies. Ooh.
Banging video. Hopefully we can get the link up in that part. But in regards to Saucy, what has it done for you? Has it done anything?
Has it done something for me in terms of?
In the sense of it being a single, because that was an official single, right?
Nah. Okay. It was just a song off the tape that I released.
Oh, okay.
It's just because it took so long and there was so much based around it. It might have seemed like it was a lot more, but it was literally just another song off the tape.
So what led from that to Saucy Where?
That was just an idea. That we had, me and my business partner. I just had an idea. He helped me bring it to life, and I was just like, you know what, Saucy. Like, obviously people reacted to that one on the tape. And I was just like, let's just do a clothing line. It's around the time that I had my little one. So obviously wanted to just build something just sustainable and obviously tangible for the future. Do you know what I mean?
So what's your goal with Saucy?
With Saucy Where, it's just right now. It's just about getting it out to the right people. It's like something that, I don't know, I don't really force it on people, man. I feel like I proper, like, people like phone me and say, this person wants this and that. And it's like, I don't force it. Maybe that's a downfall, because obviously it'd be a lot more thing, but I don't force these things, you know what I mean? People want it when they see it. If it's promoted enough, they see it, do you know what I mean? But I feel like I'm at a point where now it's like, all right, cool, let's do this for not only to put out something that I like and obviously have people wear it, and it's like, okay, you can relate to it, but let's make some money off it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, like, we're just in the stages of just redeveloping and expanding. Yeah, and then like, just give it a little, give it a go. You know what I mean? Saucy clothing. Sorry, do say it's been getting shameless plug. Sorry. But with the clothing, I just think we just need time, innit? I'm not a fashion guy. Like it's not something that I'm sure people have seen along the way. We changed things and rephrased things and you know what I mean, type things differently and post. You know what I mean, along the way you learn. I'm not a fashion guy. It's not my world. I got to do research. When I started clothing, I had to think, this material and you know what I mean. Whenever you step into something new, you got to research it. I'm still doing my research. I'm still learning seasons and all these kind of things that people have obviously developed the knowledge of as the years go by. They know these things. You know what I mean. So I'm still learning, bro. It's people. A lot of people have supported. We still sell a lot of t-shirts. We got the t-shirts up at the moment. Obviously we got accessories and stuff coming, women fit stuff coming, and more unisex stuff coming, and a load of things that are coming. Do you know what I mean? But obviously these things take time, man. I'm not in a rush. I feel like that's sustainable. You know what I mean? It's cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's not just TE saucy. It's just you're saucy on your own. It's got nothing to do with me. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's sustainable, man.
You mentioned your daughter. Obviously, it's something we're definitely going to speak about. It's a massive part of your life now. Yeah. Like, I know you went to Rinse yesterday, 2 days before, and you took your daughter, which is probably like, I know that the Snapchat must have been liking that, you know.
No, that's cool, man.
But how has it been having a daughter, man? Like, that's a big deal. Bro, like, what is it like to be? What is it like to be a young guy having a daughter?
Yeah.
And a young guy in music, pursuing your dream, balancing life.
Alright, it's obviously it's coming up to 8 months. It's coming up to 9 months now. Yeah, it's just gone 8. So obviously it's just gone 8 months now. So for a lot of that time, I feel like the dynamics of my life haven't changed. Like, I got a mentor that I speak to about my life. I've had a mentor since about 13, 14 years old. A man called Mr. Laye. And it's like, I'll tell him certain things and it's like, he's made me understand, helped me realise that it's like the dynamics of my life hasn't changed. Although I have my little one, it's like, bro, I'm still just doing what I do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, when do I cross over and like...
Do you feel it should have changed?
No, not straight away. It wasn't supposed to, it was never supposed, things don't happen overnight. Do you know what I mean? It has to be like a process to where you have to adapt to this new person in your life. You know what I mean? Nothing changes overnight. It's like until you go through it, you realise, wow, like nothing actually changes overnight. You know what I mean? Like people think about it, it's just, oh, your life changed. You do this.
I definitely do. Yeah.
You think, but it's like, bro, it's really like, raw. I'm doing the same thing. But it's like you're here now. Like, you know what I mean? It's so with me. It's like for a lot of that time, I felt like the dynamics of my life didn't change. But now it's like, I realised you have to change it. Like something's not gonna.
It's not meant to change. You're meant to change.
Right. It's not like you know. Like it's like okay, something's gonna come and change, and I'm just gonna. Oh, I've got more energy now, and I'm making more money now, and I've built. It's like right. You have to actually realise it and make the change.
So that's what it was. You was more waiting for it to happen.
Right. It's just because it's like you just said. You are. Do you know what I mean? Your perception of it is right. Just something's just gonna change, and I'm gonna have my and everything's gonna make sense. But it's like. Nah, you start understanding like after the first 3 months you're like, all right, cool, you're here forever. Like, longer than I'm here. Not forever, but longer than I'm here. Cool. What do I need to do for you now? That's when I set up the whole saucy thing, the business. That's the first. You know what I mean? It might not be the only thing, but it's like, all right, cool. I'm in this world. I know how to pay my taxes. I know how to do this. I know how to run a business. I know how to send out orders, do this accordingly, logistics. Cool. We've gone past that first stage. Now let's think of things to. You know what I mean? Make that more, and that's all for her. Like everything that we do through that. Me and my business partner have gone understanding everything we do through that business is all for my little girl. We don't touch that. Everything goes back into the business, or it goes strictly for her. Do you know what I mean? So these are things that you realize. Right, I have to do this. It's not just gonna happen. You know what I mean? I have to get my accommodation right. I have to be living in a place where my daughter can come to. Do you know what I mean? And things like this, bro. And it's just I don't know, man. It's a wake-up call. As much as people just say it, and obviously you know it is, it's just, it really is like a inner wake-up call, do you know what I mean? So, like, it's sick, man. It's sick. Do you know what I mean? I want to, I don't know, like, you could talk about it, because I can just sit here and keep saying, like, this is sick about it, and I can tell that
the whole process, like, obviously everyone is a different type of person. I know you're someone who always puts their feeling into music. Or just generally you wear your feeling on, like, your heart on your sleeve. You're that kind of person. So it's evident how much it's made you happier as a person.
Yeah, I'm not as angry. But
I was
see,
that,
like, bro, like,
you're not as edgy as you were.
This is why.
Impatient.
Right, because, bro, like, when you're walking around shopping for pink things,
you can't be angry.
You can't be angry, bro. Like, that's it. You can't be angry, like, and you realize it as well. Cause it's like, bro, like, I need some cool pink stuff for my little girl, and it's like, bro, you can't help but be happy, bro. What is there to be angry about, fam? You see all these little cute little shoes, and this is pink, and it's like this size, and you're just like, raw, like, will she even fit into? You know, like the thing's this big, and you're thinking, will she fit? And it's just like, bro, you can't be angry at this. Like, what are you mad at? Unless you're in a situation, like, understandably, a lot of people are not in a good situation when it comes to their kids, fam. A lot of people have kids out of situations that are not great. My situation is great, and I'm happy because my daughters are part of my life. I'm very much a part of my daughter's life. Do you know what I mean? So I have nothing to be angry about, bro. I used to be a very angry youth, fam. I don't know what I was angry at. But my mum says it, my brother says it. I'm just impatient, angry, frustrated. Maybe it's the music, maybe it's everything else that comes with music. Maybe it's just me, do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just I don't know, fam, but with her, she showed me that. Like, there's nothing to be angry about, man. Just relax, man. Just chill out. You know what I mean? Like, chill out, pops. You know what I mean?
I know. Like, we had this conversation the other day. I know that you take a big focus, as well as obviously the mother of your child, on the intake of your child, like what she's eating, basically. Yeah. Talk about that. Like, how important? Why is that important to you?
It's just because obviously now that we know that how we've been brought up and the things that we're accustomed to eating are not as good as we thought they were, like, why wouldn't you want to change it for, you know what I mean, your own child? So I think, like, I'm very blessed in that way, where obviously my daughter's mum is, like, she's very focused on nutrition and these things, and obviously feeding her the right way, and takes her time out to go shopping for organic bits, and you know what I mean, like, reads the things and does everything like herself, you know what I mean? So I'm very blessed in that way, where I don't worry about her nutrition and what she's taking. I think it's very important though, just because, like, I see it, like, bro, maybe it's just in my head, but, like, I encourage things like breastfeeding and all of these kind of things, like, do you know what I mean? And I see that, like, she's on a path to being, like, she's a very advanced baby, innit? So, and she's on that path, and maybe it's because of food, maybe it's not, but because we are treating her like this and giving her these things, let's just tell ourselves, do you know what I mean? Let's just run with that. Like, it's working. Why not? Because we could be, do you know what I mean? And now that I know that certain things are not good, it's like, right, I don't need that. If she doesn't know about this, she's not going to miss it. Certain things, do you know what I mean? Like, you just, if you didn't know it was bad, you just normally give your kid, I'm having this, so let me do it. But I know that certain things are not good. She's not going to miss it. She doesn't know any different. Like, obviously, that with kids, you got to give them things so you know they're not allergic and things like this. But after that, it's like, I don't need to keep force feeding you this, knowing that it's not good for you. When you're of age, if you want to revert back to it and you like it or something, then, you know what I mean, you do that in moderation and you have your own feelings about food. But at this time, I don't need to force feed. You don't, you know what I mean? And that's, I don't know, that's different. That's a different thing to talk about. It's mad talking about that, because obviously, because we do have these kind of conversations. It's mad, but I feel like
it's also very important on our platform, because we have so much content that's focused on eating right, putting the right things in your brain. That's what we stand for. So it's like, I feel like, me personally, and you know my view on this already, it's like, that's the age where you're meant to be feeding them the right way. And we, as you said, we've all been programmed in a way which isn't necessarily, again, this is opinionated. I think I should say that opinions don't represent Grow Daily, but my opinion is that, like, we were programmed wrong. So it's our chance to program them right. So it's, I think, especially us now of the social media age, it's like, as you said, we all know that we was programmed wrong now. It's not like years ago where it was like, oh, you had to be a little bit of, like, your dad had to be into organic food for you to know.
Or you had to have a special book to know. It's like, it's everybody knows.
Everyone knows now. It's online. Even if you don't want to know, you have
to
know.
The proof is there, bro.
Yeah, so it's like, if you, as you said, if you stay ignorant towards that, I think it's crazy. Like, me personally, I horrify when I see a parent feed their child McDonald's. Like, for me, that's mental. Like, and the way I see it is, if I said to you, would you put petrol in your child's mouth, you'd be like, what? But then if I, but you, Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I just think it's important. I'm glad that you've got that importance as well, because I wouldn't.
But you see what it is? A lot of people might feel that drastic. But see, for you to say that, it seems normal. It's like, but I wouldn't even eat McDonald's. Like, why would you give your kid McDonald's? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I've eaten McDonald's in the past, but bro, I'd never put those kind of things in my stomach ever again. Do you know what I mean? No offense to anybody that eats these kind of things. No offense to McDonald's. If McDonald's want to throw me a check in the future, I might take a check, depending on how we run the thing. You get me? But what I'm saying is, bro, it's just like, it's just, you know what it is? It's like, people are lazy, innit? Like fast food is not overrated, innit? Like when you get your food in 2 minutes and you're hungry, it's like people just stick to what they know. Like, and you can't blame them. You know what I mean? If it tastes good, and people are not worried about the nutritional value, and it comes out of laziness, maybe a mental laziness, physical laziness. You don't want to cook. It might take you 20 minutes to drive to McDonald's and drive back home, bro. That's the same amount of time it might cook to whip up something healthy. Do you know what I mean? And it's just that mental laziness and that physical laziness, bro, and just being stuck in routine and things. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's just not something you hold against people. It's just when you have a realization and you go in search of more knowledge, and you just get to that point where it's like, I won't put these kind of things in my mind. I can't put it in my body. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you don't grow daily, UK is
gonna tell you. You know what I mean? Shameless plugs. I see you. We're on the same wave with the plugs. I see you.